Hey guys, it's Suitonia here. The Confessor has been out for over a year now, and I've finally settled on a fit that I think is really powerful and a ton of fun to fly. The fit that I'm using uses 4 small focused beam lasers in the highs, which are the highest tier small beam laser, along with an optional core probe launcher for utility when roaming for probing wormhole exits or hunting explorers. In the mid slots, I use a Restrained Microwarpdrive. This gives you better maximum capacitor and lower signature radius with it on than the alternative Microwarpdrives do, and a Tech 2 warp disruptor and a small electrochemical cap booster. The cap booster is not entirely essential though, and it can be swapped out for other low CPU mid slot items like an ECCM. In the lows, 2 heatsinks provide a large DPS upgrade, a nanofiber for speed and agility, a damage control for some buffers. This ship has very little and you need at least a damage control so you don't get one shot, and a small ancillary repper for repping up between fights and dealing with some periodic long range damage. The rigs are 2 times Tech 2 Locus rigs to provide more range. These are incredibly powerful combined with the sharpshooter mode, and finally a Tech 1 power grid rig to get everything to fit. Additionally, I would recommend using the Lancer Small Energy Turret SC603, as it's often less than 1 million ISK in jitter and provides an extra 3% damage. You can also combine this with a 1% damage implant for a cost-efficient duo, giving you a bit more than 4% damage combined. This fit has very high damage, speed and projection, while not having much of a tank. It's great for assassinating small fast tackle ships while avoiding larger ships with mobility. The Confessor fit is capable of insta-warping using mode switching trick, which makes it incredibly difficult to catch behind enemy lines without dictors or heavy interdictors. Speaking of modes, let's take a look at the Confessor's modes and the ammunition I recommend carrying in the Confessor, and what modes you should be using. So let's discuss the modes and ammo choices on this Confessor. So going over the ammo choices, I recommend you carry Aurora S, Gleam S, Imperial Navy Gamma S, Imperial Navy Multifrequency S, and Imperial Navy Standard. For most engagements, you're going to want to be in the speed mode. While in speed mode, you go almost 2.6 kilometers a second, and you want to stay in this mode so you can make sure you don't get tackled, and you can also mitigate more DPS in this mode by keeping your speed up. You won't be tracked by cruiser turrets, for example. It's very important that you try and mitigate as much damage as possible because you don't have much of a tank. You only have a damage control and the base stats on the Confessor. So going over ammo choices, while in speed mode, you almost always want to be using standard if you can. It does 300 DPS to 23 kilometers if you have the implants. I don't have them in right now, and if you heat, it's 350 DPS. And the reason why 23 kilometers is important because that's the range on your point. But don't be afraid to shoot people outside of point range. And Aurora in speed mode is going to have 41 kilometers. Don't be afraid to use Aurora on people as they're approaching. And also don't. It's not always essential that you immediately switch to standard as soon as they get into range. Sometimes if you're getting good hits on them, staying with Aurora is fine. So, as we covered, the majority of the time you're going to want to be in speed mode. Sharpshooter mode serves to help you apply DPS in situations where you cannot be as close. Since in sharpshooter mode with Aurora, you get 69 kilometer optimal range, which is really huge, especially the fact that you do that over 300 DPS heated with the implants that I mentioned. The reason why you want to carry Imperial Navy Gamma, it's also because if you're fighting something that's slower than you, like a cruiser that can't project to you, a lot of the time you just want to be able to kill them faster before their blob arrives. And in the sharpshooter mode or in defensive mode, you do go 1.3, so you are faster than some cruisers. If you can afford to be in sharpshooter mode, you should be in sharpshooter mode, and you should be using Gamma. Again, it does 24 kilometer range, and it's almost 500 DPS if you have the implants in. And that way it does DPS to your Disruptor range. You want to carry Imperial Navy Multi-Frequency, just because it can be useful in Sharpshooter mode again. It's good for killing ships like Procurers, but that you don't want to enter scram range, but you can pretty much control and deal with for applying DPS. And of course you want to carry Gleam. You don't want to use this in Sharpshooter mode though most of the time, just to have the tracking bonus if you do get tackled. If you do get tackled, you do not want to use defensive mode. Defensive mode is almost entirely useless on this setup. you definitely want to go into speed mode instead of defensive mode. And the reason for this is that speed mode is going to give you a huge tracking boost because of the effective traversal that you're going to be able to mitigate. The Confessor in speed mode, without MWD, let's assume you're scrammed, is 536 meters per second. That's actually faster than every single combat frigate in the game, and it's faster than every attack frigate in the game aside from a slasher. So as long as you're only scrammed, maybe even if you're scrammed and webbed, and the ship doesn't have an afterburner, you can still apply this Gleam DPS, which is still huge. It's still, like pushing 540 DPS with the implants and heat. So it's really important to remember that you want to be in speed mode instead of defensive mode. Increasing your armor resistance and lowering your SIG is not going to help you as much as being able to deal with the ship that's scramming you. You definitely don't want to make the mistake of going into defensive mode when you're tackled. One of the most powerful things about this Confessor fit is that they can mode switch to Insta-warp, and this can be really good for evading camps. It makes you incredibly slippery because people need anchored bubbles or dictors or hicks enabled to catch you if they can't just put 10 dudes on a gate. So I'll just demonstrate the Insta-warp trick for you right now. One thing to keep in mind is that how to do this, you want to be in speed mode. One thing to keep in mind is don't panic. If you jump in and you're in the wrong mode, you can always switch modes while under gate cloak. It's not like a module that you can't activate under cloak, and some people don't know this. You can always switch modes without penalty. And make sure you wait for the cooldown to finish. And to execute this, you're going to switch into either defensive or sharpshooter modes after about a second after initiating warp. Ideally, you probably want to select a celestial that's not too obvious, like a random moon or a bell or something, so it's harder for you to be followed. You don't want to warp directly to a gate just in case there's an anchored bubble there. So you're just going to hit warp. About a second later, going to hit your hotkey, and you should just insta warp like this. And this means that you'll warp under 2 seconds, and it means that you're unlockable. And this makes you incredibly slippery, like I mentioned. Even an insta-locking interceptor won't be able to catch you before you're into warp. And it's just really, really important to keep in mind. This is one of the most powerful things you have. Don't worry too much about messing it up with the nanofiber and the agility on the Confessor. It's a lot more forgiving than on a sweeper or another ship. So don't worry too much. You'll get into the rhythm of it eventually. See there, I did it a bit too soon, but you can see how the insta-warp technique kind of works. So I hope that explains the basic concepts of flying the Confessor. I have a few highlights from my stream of me flying it. Enjoy the clips, and I hope you have as much fun flying the Confessor as I have. Both together, okay, it's fine. See what the saber does, he probably won't aggress. Oh, he did. Okay. He is coming at me. He might try and bail though. I think that's what he's doing right now. This dude's really slow, he's in defense mode right now. Okay, now he's not so slow. See, we want to go this direction. What? Oh, he's in an RT1. Yeah, that kind of makes more sense. We're going to take a lot of damage now, though. Need to get scrambled by the saber. Let's switch. Imperial. You shouldn't be able to mitigate DPS. Right, now we're going to switch back to standard. Whoops. We can kite this guy out a bit. We should be okay, providing we pull some range. Alright, we need a heated MWD now. We might die here. This volley might kill me. to be really careful. I think this is all I can do. Is just like stay here. And maybe like pull into him once he starts dying. It looks like he's still like going for it though. Be really careful. I don't want to get closer than 20 from him. Fuck, that was too close. This is like really close, dude. I'm probably gonna die next volley. Unless I get like really lucky RNG with the fall off.
A module has run out of charges.
Oh, dude, we done it. Fuck me, that was close. Holy shit. Only 2 structure HP left.
Warp drive active.
If any of the tacklers try to follow me though. Be interesting. Vindy isn't linked, so I should have standard loaded right now, but I think Aurora's fine right now. Alright, maybe not, it's missing. Alright, we're gonna re-roll to standard. There we go. They're much better. EMWD for extra tracking. I better be careful with this Vindy in case he spray their wins. Okay, they're actually here, but they're all on the gate set up. That's annoying. So they don't want to fight, but only if I'm jumping into like their camper zero. Holy shit. But they're not gonna kill me unless they cover both sides. The Gamma's not Grace, so let's see what happens. So if all the cruisers come in here, I could probably Shrek what's left. See what happens. I'm still pretty close to gate. The Omen Navy is probably gonna wreck me actually. We're gonna need to load Aurora. We might be fucked here though. Wait, it looks like the Gamma's actually like super pissing out. Actually, he's pissing out, but I'm gonna sharpshooter mode. Oh, nice. Look at that.
Warp drive active.
Another terrible Gamma pilot bites the dust. Oh, there's a sequel here. I would help if my directional scanner was. I think it's actually in a cancer fit. At this range. I'd actually probably kite him further out if I want to like min-max this engagement. We'll see. Right, there we go.
Run out of charges.
Oh, I had the wrong like pinpoint him. I'm going to speed. What do you want to load? Like we are pulling. We will track him. Gorski's in Pandemic Legion, yeah. Dominic's. I don't want to use.
A module has run out of charges.
Whoa! You don't want to light a Sino when you have 80 million ISK implants in your pod. Oh, there's 2 people on scan. Dude might actually want to fight. I think it might just be like the cancer squad though. He looks like he is coming out. Oh, he doesn't have much tank actually on it. Yeah. Oh, it looks like he's an ancillary fit. I am breaking him though through his reps. Despite Aurora. Unless I get forced off by the harpy and shit, which would be unfortunate. Looks like he's running now. I'm gonna switch to sharpshooter mode. The other one's coming out. Oh, my game. Oh, yeah, we got him, boys. Nice. Maybe I can bait them to like go for me if they like approach the gate. There is a thrasher on the gate. If I can get them to like chase me like an angry mob, it would be really useful. Let's do one heated cycle because the Tyrannus is there. I kind of want to wait out until we reload though. Okay, we're jumping now. There is Tyrannus slash Thrasher here. And we can fight all of those. If they try to tackle me. They probably won't follow me though. Okay, the Tyrannus did actually. Alright, we want to roll Gamma right now. And we want to stay in speed mode as long as possible. We're going to sharpshooter it up. Outside range right now, but he will be in range now. Once he gets tackle on me, I'm going to switch to speed mode again, so that way I have higher base speed and I can mitigate more of his traversal. And we're actually going to reload Gleam because he's really close. Never mind, he's getting wrecked. Okay, I guess we do want Gleam. There we go. Gleam for the win. Yeah, the Confessor's really good for killing inties. Warping to the small asteroid cluster. Since these guys look like miners by the names. Who are these guys? Fucking Brave? The Brave are now mining in this like dead end pocket. Hey, yeah, it is Brave. But if I fuck around here, maybe thanks to the follow raccoon egg, Good name. Oh. Oh, landing on up 0, I probably don't. The fuck? Oh, he does have a. Oh, we're gonna put Aurora DPS on this guy. Might actually be able to shoot him without anything else helping him because they can't lock at this range. Well, they're in fleet actually. They might have higher range. You want to know maximum? This is maximum disrespect. I guess it's a multi-boxer, but I might be able to kill this character if he doesn't notice. Because they can't actually lock me at this range. Okay, they're all warping now. Might not get it in time. We got this one. Okay, so they should have warp, I hope, and then we're gonna just keep on this guy. There we go, that's how you beat multi-boxers. Just end this abomination. They left all their drones too. Well, we don't actually have to left click all the cans anymore. This. Drag Saber common. Okay. This could be interesting. One of them jumps. Where are you gonna run? Just shot me. Okay. Okay, let's Aurora up on the com. The fuck? Oh fuck! I got jammed. What though? Oh, there's a Falcon here. Typical bads, I guess. Oh, I remember this evil pride guy. He always uses a fucking Falcon. Maybe if it fails, I can like chill and maybe pop the Comrade from 70k. Maybe, but it looks like they're not actually willing to come out any further. I should be on the edge of the Falcon's optimal unless he has mods. I'm gonna go on the com instead. Probably got like a minute or so before. Oh, he's in the bubble, so I might be able to get him if I don't get jammed again. I get jammed by the Falcon. Yeah, I think the coax is on the gate though. I might be able to kill the Falcon though if he fucks up. Falcon ran. Oh. Nice camp, boys. Good Falcon pilot. The fuck? People who rely on Falcons are just retarded. That's what happens to them when like someone decent jumps in.
Warp drive active.